What's going on, guys? Finally, it's time for my first impressions on the game. Sorry for being so long because I really wanted to put in a lot of time into the game before I made this first impression. I got some multiplayer gameplay because I realized I explore way too much in single player and it wouldn't be that fun to watch. So multiplayer would be better because it's just constant action, and these two maps were actually my very first time playing them, for a fun fact. Now, let's start off with single player. It's easily the best part of Doom, which isn't much of a surprise really. It definitely harkens back to Doom 1 and 2, especially for how complex the level design is. It's a game that you can totally get distracted with the exploration, and it has multiple paths where you want to go to this area or that area to explore. Gunplay is great, and it's probably one of the best I experienced in an id shooter for sure. I do like the upgrade aspect to it. It really does build a good sense of character progression, and the weapon upgrades are fun to use, especially the stun bomb from the plasma rifle or homing rockets from the rocket launcher. Lots of fun stuff. I'm around 6 to 8 hours on an estimate so far. I lost count of my playtime, but I'm really enjoying the campaign, and I'm on the 8th level, and apparently it has 13 levels from the internet that I searched. And I'm gonna say the campaign will clock around 10 to 14 hours on ultra violence while exploring the maps and secrets as much as you can. Most of the levels seem really big too, and it definitely can take a lot more time if you try to explore the map, because it seems like most levels last around 1 to 1.5 hours long from my experience. So the campaign definitely has a lot going on as long as you're doing more than just shooting and trying to speed up to finish the campaign. The game actually rewards you for exploration because of the whole upgrade system, and I like that. It's definitely nice to see it put more emphasis on exploration in this Doom game compared to Doom 3. The game, from what I've seen, is definitely going to be better than Doom 3's campaign for sure. However, don't expect me to completely praise the campaign and not point its faults. I cannot believe this game has the same issue with Wolfenstein: The New Order. The game's combat is so fun to be a part of, but the game never seems to throw in enough intense firefights to really scratch that itch where I want more and more intense gunfights. This was definitely an issue for the first 5 levels, but around level 6-7 it seems to get better, but still not scratching that itch completely for me. I also want to say the game seems really too easy for me. I haven't had much challenge or difficulty on ultraviolence, to be honest, except for like one fight, but most fights there's not really much strategy going on as long as you know how to play it cautiously or know when to be aggressive, and you can pretty much make the game your bitch. I don't know how much harder Nightmare is going to be, but from what I've seen it doesn't really seem too different compared to ultraviolence, so that's disappointing. It's really the upgrades that make things such a breeze, especially the stun bomb is so ridiculous from the plasma rifle, or upgrading the Gauss cannon and having the siege mode completely mastered. It's not really balanced overall, and I can't believe there's a rune where you have infinite ammo as long as you have more than 100 armor. I have a feeling in the long run this might be some of the easiest id shooter I've played, especially once you know every fight by heart and know the right strategy. I actually don't like this quick weapon switch on consoles. On PC, I expected to use the numpads just like the old Doom games, but on console, you either have a weapon wheel or this quick weapon switch system where you use a button combo and you gotta know where the weapon placements are on the weapon wheel to be able to switch them quickly with ease, but it's very inconsistent and it doesn't function that properly. So basically, I'm going to say the weapon wheel is the better system and reference for switching weapons on console. That's pretty much it for the impressions on campaign. Now to multiplayer. I didn't play much of multiplayer for the first few days, but I am impressed by how much better it is compared to the beta. The new maps seem solid, and I absolutely love Soul Harvest. It's some of the funnest modes I've experienced in an FPS game in a long time. It's basically a take on Kill Confirm, popularized by Call of Duty, but this whole demon aspect and having infinite time of using the demon and how they balance it for the players and the reward you get for killing them or killing enemy players as the demon is just brilliant. It also caters to the weapon system too, and it's very fast paced and frantic. This mode is definitely my favorite mode out of the multiplayer so far. It's really surprising how having that demon aspect can really change the entire kill confirmed experience, which only changed team deathmatch slightly from the Call of Duty experience. Still though, multiplayer is pretty much how I feel overall. It's still too simple for my taste, and I wish more could have been better overall. That's really all I gotta say. I didn't try out anything else other than Team Deathmatch and Soul Harvest, but the multiplayer is admirable, it seems. It does have a place to be included with the single player. I'll say it's the best multiplayer that the Doom series has to offer, but it's not a top tier FPS multiplayer experience. SnapMap was very fun when I first tried it out, and it was really exciting to explore of what it has to offer, but man, the honeymoon stage was so gone after a few days. I do love the simplicity of it, and while it is limiting, there's a lot you can do with the preset areas, and it seems to offer a lot of options of what you can do with the maps, especially for the triggers. However, there are limitations like not being able to carry more than 2 weapons, not being able to make enemies more aggressive or accurate, and so much more stuff. Both the single player and multiplayer seems so watered down than what the game is actually including, but co-op, to be honest, I actually think co-op in SnapMap is a lot of fun. It makes me feel like it would have been better if they had a dedicated co-op system to Doom. I've been playing my Horde mode I made with a couple of friends, and it's really a blast for sure. I also made some reimaginings of classic Doom maps. I'll probably make another video to talk more about this in the future, but those maps I made, I decided to try them out in co-op, and they are just as fun as the Horde mode. SnapMap is also suffering with the lack of dev support. All the popular maps are the ones that the developers made, and we need dev support for this game. Get people who didn't work on SnapMap to actually have some exposure and publicity, and the matchmaking doesn't seem to work too. I've tried many times and I could never find a game. You have to play it with your friends. I don't know when dev support is going to come, but it needs it desperately because SnapMap does have potential, but it really feels broken on launch day so far, and it's easily the weakest link to Doom for sure. That's pretty much it for my first impressions on Doom. I will make a review of it in the future, but please wait because I'm trying to take my time with the entire game. There's a lot of content that this game has, but so far I'm pleased with the game, and it seems like it will be a strong Doom title, and this game is definitely better than Rage for sure. Id Software seems to be back after a huge downfall with Rage and that horrible re-release of Doom 3, but time will tell if this game can compete the classics. Thank you for watching.